Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Lexi, and today's video is my updated, baddie, glowy, long-lasting, dark skin makeup tutorial, blah, 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 whatever you want to call it, for oily skin. This is what I've been wearing in all of my videos, all my pictures for the most part. If I'm traveling, I take these items with me. I guess you can say it's a face of favorites, but whatever you want to call it, I'm gonna beat my face, tell you guys how I do it and what I use to do it. So if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, just simply because like my skin is just looking amazing naturally. Like my face is completely bare right now and I'm just in love with it. I have no brushes on the table, which is crazy to me. Let me get some brushes. Like what? So starting off, I'm going to prime my face, and what I have been using on my T-zone oily part of my face area is the Becca Ever Matte Poreless primer. But this stuff is heavy duty, and I do have heavy duty oily skin, but I don't put it all over my face. I literally only put it where I get the oil. So I put it around my nose, the creases of my nose. I cover up my pores a little bit with it, but as you can see, I don't go all the way out. And then I bring it down to my chin. And that's all I use for the Ever Matte. And then the rest of my face, I just grab whatever primer I want. Like I have no preference really for this on my face, because the rest of my face doesn't really get oily or crease or anything like that. So I don't really use anything particular for over the sides and perimeter of my face. So I actually bought a new primer that is Catrice Cosmetics Prime and Fine Pore Refining Anti-Shine Base. It's supposed to be a silky matte finish, long lasting and oil free. I have been using cruelty free makeup for a little minute now, and I'm trying to continue that wave by trying new things and seeing if they work. I tried a eye mascara from Catrice before and I liked it, so this had good reviews on the website on Ulta.com. I got it at Ulta. So let's see, it's like a creamy primer. So I'm gonna put it on the perimeter of my face and see what we looking like. It's very light, like a lotion. It's very lotiony. I find that other makeup just like tends to not blend well under other makeup. Other primers tend to not blend well with the Ever Matte. So I try to avoid it when I'm putting my primer on because I don't want no issues. It is getting tacky, so I like that about it. This Catrice is getting tacky on my face, which is cool. It's a very light primer. Random review of the Catrice primer, but I like that it's all tacky and stuff. So now I'm going to put my foundation on, and you probably guessed it. My Fenty Beauty foundation is literally my favorite foundation. This is the only foundation that I like bring with me on trips. I love it and I will definitely repurchase it. Shake, shake, shake. Let me get my hair out the way. Okay, I'm ready to go. And I'm just gonna put 2 pumps onto my hand. And then I'm gonna apply it with my fingers to my face. I literally love this foundation. I don't even know, like, there has never been a foundation that I repurchase because I don't wear makeup that often, so I never have to repurchase foundations. But I will run out of this sooner than later, and when I do, I will be buying another bottle, which for me is crazy, but I will be buying another bottle. I'm going to go ahead, sometimes I use a brush if I'm in a rush, and I will use this e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush right here. It's very thick and dense. I love this brush, but it's so dirty and I don't need to use it. I'll use my fingers. Get my hair out the way. Literally, and this right here, I feel gives me the best coverage and the best application. This looks super natural and super skin-like. And this foundation is already natural and skin-like, so when I use my fingers, it like just melts into my skin and I love it. You can add more layers if you want, but just look at that. Look at that base. It looks like my skin. So now I'm gonna go in with a sponge. This is the Morphe sculpting sponge. I got it at Ulta. It's damp, and I'm just gonna push the foundation into my skin. This is also going to give you a skin-like application. But make sure the sponge is not wet, but just literally like damp, because if it's too wet, it'll begin to move the product, and we really don't want that. And my concealer that I have been loving and using is the ColourPop concealer, and it's in the color Deep Golden. They changed the shade names, so I will type down below what the correct newest shade name is for this, but I love this concealer. It's literally basically almost empty, which is odd for me, but I have been bringing this on all of my trips, like I said. So now we're gonna go into more of a full coverage, or like a really dramatic, not even dramatic, but like more of a full coverage look, because I do apply quite a bit of concealer because I like the look that it gives me. But I also can apply less concealer and look less beat, so it's up to you. I'm gonna go ahead and take my sponge and just blend this out. An extra step that I forgot to do today, that I don't always do, but I do if I'm gonna go out at night, is I put powder on underneath my foundation, right on top of my primer. It's a very popular trick. Everybody does that if they have oily skin. But since I'm not going anywhere right now, and it's literally the middle of the night, I actually forgot to do it. But if I was going somewhere right now, I would for sure put powder in my T-zone only, right on top of that Becca primer. You really want your under eye highlight to look super duper seamless. So I literally just blend and tap and buff until I like don't really see a line, a clear line of concealer foundation demarcation type of situation. Ooh, there I go with the bars once again. And now we're gonna go ahead and powder before I get super creasy, even though I don't really care, to be honest. So this is the Beauty Bakery Flour Powder, which is my favorite, and I put it in the cap. I just take the sponge, that much on it, and just pat it right under my eye. I don't put a lot under there because I don't like cakey looking makeup, and I feel like with me personally, when I put a lot under there, it just ends up looking super cakey. Other people can do it and not look cakey, but I just look cakey every time. So I put a very light layer, brush the rest over my eye, and then a light layer on my chin. Even though I didn't conceal my chin that much, I want to just brighten it up a little bit. And then I put some on my forehead, tap into my face, and bring it down my nose. A tip that I will say for the sponge, I use the side that I use to buff in my concealer because that side is drier than the other side. And if the sponge is too wet and you're using the wetter side with the powder, it's going to get splotchy and the powder will get wet and just not set well into your face. So you can use a dry sponge if you want to, or a brush, but I just use the side that has the concealer already on it. That way it's a little bit drier and it does not get splotchy or blotchy or anything like that. I don't put on any more powder than what you see I have on under my eyes right now. Now I'm going to contour, give my face some shape. My favorite thing to use for that is the Fenty Beauty Match Sticks in the color Espresso. Excuse me. Quick little line right there. Excuse me. Right there. I put a little bit on my forehead, not too much, and that is it. I don't bring it to my nose because it's just so dark and it will like end up looking muddy there for me and my like simple style of makeup. I also bring the contour a little bit higher than my actual hollow of my cheek because it gives me the illusion of having higher cheekbones. Same sponge, the cleaner wet side, and I'm gonna just, or damp, buff that into my face. And once I feel that it's all blended, I'm gonna go ahead and bring it down here, any excess, and help my jawline look a little bit, you know, more sculpted. With this, I like to blend this back into my hairline because sometimes it can have like a little different color right here and then your scalp and then your makeup. So I purposefully push this back into the hairline so you don't see that ugly line that shows your like true skin tone versus contour versus make, like, no ma'am. So what I'm gonna do now is finally blend out that powder. I'm going to use my Black Radiance Soft Focus Milk Chocolate Finish powder. I love this powder. It is very light and very just very light, just so light and just chocolatey, and it really does blend into my skin very nicely. I already kind of contoured and bronzed up a bit, but I also like to use this blush palette from Juvia's Place. It's the Saharan Blush Palette Volume number 1. I'm gonna go ahead and take the darkest shade in the palette, and that's the color Abbey, and I'm gonna just tap it in there very lightly, blow on it because I don't want anything too harsh. My evenly distributed face. I'm just gonna brush it in there. I always do this circular, fluffy motion. Makes everything look super natural. I also start right here where you want the darkest part of the shadow to be, and I blend it out so it looks super natural. And I'm gonna bring it down here to my jawline. No double chin 2018. And then come up here to my forehead, again brushing it back into the hairline. I bring it all around the perimeter, lightly brushing it back so it looks natural. And you can do this before you apply your powder, but I like to apply the powder first, like the setting powder, and then put this on, but you can do whatever you want. And then I'm gonna go ahead back in with the powder brush. Not gonna add any more powder. I'm gonna buff out this little bronzing situation. Give it a more natural look. And yes, I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. And then even tap over the forehead a little bit because you want to just look as natural as possible. I like to look as natural as possible. So even right here is a little bit too like straight of a line. Just gonna blend that out. Okay, I'm happy now. So now it's time to do my like eyebrows and eyelashes. So for eyebrows, I use the ColourPop brow pencil in the color Black and Brown, or I use the LA Colors brow pencil in the color Blackest Brown. Either one, I reach for them. I don't really have a preference between the two of them. They're both under $5 and they both do the trick. Like literally, it's that simple. So I brush my brows up. I get my brows threaded probably once a month. I have very thin brow hair. I don't have super thick brow hair. So I brush my brows up and then I'm gonna go ahead and fill them in with the pencil. I draw a line right here at the bottom of the front of my brow, and I don't bring any makeup up. I just leave the line right here and I fill in the rest of the brow. I do the same thing to the other side. So with the front of my brow, the lines, I use the spoolie portion of the brush and I just brush it up. But once again, I did not put any makeup on the front of my brow except for the bottom line. And that just makes the front brow just look more feathered and more natural while still darkening it up a little bit and giving you the illusion of having more hair. And I just brush through my whole entire brow to just make it look more natural and evenly distribute the product that I put. But I really love this brow pencil, and I also love the LA Girl brow pencil. They're both a fave of mine, so I will link them both down below. And the brow mascara I've been using is the ColourPop brow mascara in the color Clear. I just set everything in place. It makes the hairs stand out some more. Makes everything look a little bit more natural. As you can see, I don't conceal my brows in the least bit. And if you're gonna conceal your brows, I recommend using a foundation color to do that, because I just think that people have a hard time blending out that concealer around their brows and they end up looking crazy, and I really hate the concealer brow thing. So before I go ahead and put my mascara on, it's time to spray my face with my Slay All Day by Gerard Cosmetics setting spray. I basically bathe in this. I alternate between this product and the Scandinavia oil control spray. Either one is really good. This one makes the makeup look a little bit more dewy for me, whereas the Scandinavia one keeps that makeup looking super matte. So it depends on your preference. Mascara time. Oh my gosh. New favorite. It makes my lashes look fake. I absolutely love it. And it's the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. You guys, unmatched. I've tried high end, I've tried low end, and this is my favorite. Like, put the setting spray on first because my mascara does not get all over my face when I spray after applying mascara. That's my lashes. Ooh. My forehead is a little bit shiny because of that spray, so I'm just gonna dab a little bit of powder on my forehead. I didn't add any extra powder, just the powder already on the brush. You guys are always DMing me about my glow, and it's not natural. I'll tell you that right now. It is the Saharan Blush Palette by Juvia's Place. It is the highlighter in this palette. And I literally alternate between Zara and Lila. And there's one like a goldy gold and there's like a rosy gold. So I think today I'll do rose gold, and I kind of been doing rose gold a lot lately with this. This is also, it's the BH Cosmetics 125 brush, kind of like a, I'm not a makeup artist, okay, but it has an angle to it and it's like fluffy and all that jazz. So I'm gonna dip it into the Lila highlighter and just go ham. I am not shy with my highlights in the slightest, okay? And if you watch my videos, you know that my most important part to me is for it to not look splotchy. I put a little bit right there, not too much, and just brush it across my face so it's just not splotchy and not a straight, ugly, streaky line. That's all I care about. I put some on my nose. I put some right here. I don't put a bunch right here, but I do put some. I put way less on my nose than I put on my cheeks, but that's pretty much a given, right? Bam, bam, bam. Ooh, I'm feeling real cute. So I'm gonna show you guys my favorite lip combo. I either will put this lip combo on, a simple clear gloss on, or the NYX Cinnamon Roll lip gloss that you guys have commented a million times. You love that gloss. I was going to put it on, but I can't find it, which is literally just typically how things go for me, which is why I have many different lip combos, because I just never can find what I'm looking for. So today I'm gonna show you guys my favorite lip combo for a nice nude lip gloss. Starting off with this NYX lip liner in the color Chestnut. And oftentimes I'll put a gloss on over this and just be popping and go. And we're gonna put on this NYX Powerpuff Lippy in the color Cool Intentions. So natural. Ooh, ooh. And then I'm going to put on top my Fenty Gloss Bomb. You can put on a clear gloss, a dark gloss, a brown gloss. I love this Fenty Gloss Bomb on top of this. I'm gonna ask you again. I'm gonna ask you again, who are you talking to? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Flips hair. Flips hair. Come on. I will see you guys in my next video. Hope you enjoyed this whatever beat look that I always do, my regular beat baddie look. I can't even describe this. Comment down below any questions, comments, concerns, video requests. Leave them. Please leave video requests down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. What am I doing?